In this video, we'll be going over important steps to set up the Pacific Gas and Electric Company, or PG&E's, Building Benchmarking Portal and connect your building with Energy Star Portfolio Manager to receive energy usage data. PG&E's Building Benchmarking Portal, or BMP, enables building owners to receive aggregate whole building energy usage data, which is automatically uploaded to their Energy Star Portfolio Manager, or ESPM, account on a monthly basis. This is the recommended approach for keeping your benchmarking records updated with the most recent energy usage data. Before you begin this process, we encourage you to take a physical inventory, if possible, of the number of meters at the building and review utility bills for PG&E meter IDs and service addresses of the meters at your building. You will also be asked to provide proof of ownership or an authorization document such as a deed, mortgage, or an authorization letter signed by the building owner. This is needed regardless of whether or not you are the PG&E account holder for the meters. Please have your documents ready before you begin. You will first start here to register for a Building Benchmarking Portal or BMP account, or log in to your existing account. If you have an existing PG&E account at www.pgne.com, you cannot use these login credentials. You must create an entirely new username and password. This is needed regardless of whether your meters are associated with your own PG&E account or if you are requesting tenant data. Once you are logged in, you will be able to add your first building by clicking on the Add Building button. Enter the required information. If you have multiple buildings to benchmark, you will need to register each building individually. Registrations require documentation that indicates you either own the building or have been authorized to benchmark the building by the building owner. Building owners or authorized agents can submit attestations, for example, a letter of authorization, indicating that they either own the building or that the building owner has authorized their access to benchmark the building. A template can be found under the resources page of the Brisbane Benchmarking website. Owners can submit documents such as a deed or mortgage statement. After you have submitted your documents, return to the Manage Buildings tab and you will see your building added. Status is pending, meaning that PG&E needs to review and approve the registration request. It can take 2 to 3 business days for the registration request to be approved. Once the registration has been approved, you will start the process of selecting utility meters at your building. In the BMP, this process is called mapping. On the Manage Buildings tab, find your building and click on Undefined. On the next page, click Go to New Building Definition. Review and select the premises you want to add to your building, then click Add to New Mapping. You can review the meter IDs to confirm they are correct. You can also search for more premises if you don't see the correct ones listed or if the list is incomplete. Once completed, click Save New Mapping. Next, you will create a record for your property in ESPM. We encourage you to watch the BBEP ESPM instruction video for more information about what property details to add. This video will focus on how to set up your PG&E meters to enable automated utility data uploads. Once you have added property details, it's time to create meters. To receive data from the BMP, you can only create one meter in ESPM for each fuel type that is provided to the building. That is one electric meter and, if applicable, one natural gas meter. Choose the energy source, for example, from the grid for electric, and choose the units, for example, kWh for electricity and therms for natural gas. PG&E also recommends adding the word aggregate to the meter names. When setting the date meter became active, it's important to select January 1st of last year. In this example, choose January 1, 2020. To establish a connection between ESPM and the BMP, you will need to connect with PG&E's ESPM account, then share your ESPM property with PG&E. Click on the Contacts link at the top right corner of the page. Search for PG&E by entering PGE_AGG_benchmark in the Search for New Contacts field. You only need to complete this request once, as your ESPM account is now connected with PG&E's. Connection requests typically take less than 24 hours to process, and you will receive a notification in your ESPM account when the request has been completed. You will receive confirmation that the connection request has been accepted by checking the notifications at the top of your ESPM homepage. The next step is to share your ESPM property with PG&E. Click the Sharing tab, then click Share or Edit Access to a Property and select one property. Select the specific property you want to share and then select Pacific Gas and Electric Whole Building or PG&E_AGG_benchmarking from the list of contacts. For permissions, choose Personalized Sharing and Exchange Data, Custom Orders, and click Continue. Under Select Permissions, select the radio button in the Exchange Data column. When you select the Exchange Data radio button, a pop-up window will open. For this next step, you will need information from your BMP Building Detail page. Log into BMP and navigate to the Building Detail page of your building. Retrieve the building ID and user ID of your building by clicking on the building name listed in the table. Enter the building and user ID from the BMP. Select Full Access for all rows, and for Share Forward, check the radio button for No. Click Apply Selections and Authorize Exchange. On the next page, click Share Properties to complete the data exchange request. Sharing requests usually takes less than 24 hours to process. Once you have linked your building with ESPM, if applicable, the next step is to have any required meter authorizations completed by the meter's account holder. Meters that require authorization are listed with an authorization status of authorization required in the building's detail section of the BMP. If your building detail does not include requirements for meter authorizations, you can skip this step. Authorizations can be completed online via the Portfolio Manager Web Services Data Authorization form. If you need tenants to authorize the release of their data, send the authorization request via email, including a link to the online form. Once you have completed the BMP and ESPM setup, your data will upload in 10 to 15 business days. However, if you want to retrieve data sooner, you can jumpstart the data upload by resharing the building, and your data will appear within 1 to 2 days. Go to the Summary tab of your property profile in ESPM. Under the Summary tab, go to the Sharing This Property section. In the I Want To drop-down box to the right of where Pacific Gas and Electric Company is listed, choose Remove Contacts Access to Property. A pop-up window will ask you to confirm your intentions to remove PG&E's access to this property. Click Continue. When the page refreshes, PG&E will no longer appear in the list of contacts that have access to your building. Click the Sharing tab at the top of the page. Go through the sharing steps as you did before. The building and user ID should be pre-populated. Select Full Access for all rows and confirm nothing is set to Read Only. Lastly, click Apply Selections and Authorize Exchange. Once you have completed the unshare and reshare, energy usage data will upload within 24 hours. We recommend that you review your energy meter data once it's in ESPM. If there appears to be errors, unshare and reshare one more time. Now your PG&E utility usage data will automatically be transferred to ESPM on a monthly basis, which saves time when managing energy data and when complying with the BBEP ordinance. We recommend setting a reminder to log in later in the year, as the platform will make your account inactive after 12 months of not logging in. This will also allow you to confirm and proactively address any data errors. Now you know how to navigate PG&E's Building Benchmarking Portal. Thank you for watching this tutorial video.